أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني ويفقهوا قولي. Ya Allah, make this conversation and this session beneficial for us in this world and hereafter, inshallah. So, before we start today, we're going to be reflecting on the name of Allah, this one amazing attribute of Allah, and that is Al-Muhaymin. So Al-Muhaymin is one who has complete control over everything, inshallah. So inshallah, we will be reflecting on that today. So now, um, if, imagine if you made a very big mistake at school, or maybe you made a very big mistake at in your exam or something, okay? And and your friend, and you know that, and in the class the teacher comes and she says that, you know what, this time the results are going to be very bad because I'm very unhappy with the performance, and more than 70% of them have failed. Okay, so the teacher says this about the performance in the exam, and and you know that you have done really very bad. So what will your situation be? Can you answer it? Yeah.
Uh, I would definitely be scared because I know that I've made mistake as well, and I would be in desperate need of some miracle. I would be in that situation, a dire situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And now imagine now, if if your friend who's always with you, she sits beside you, she comforts you, like, don't worry. You're going to be among that 25% of the people who have cleared the exam. How confident will you feel?
Uh, I would say it is more of a strength for me to be optimistic in that situation.
But how assured will you feel when your friend says, don't worry, you're going to be in the 25%? How assured do you feel?
Who knows me? If she's assuring me, I would feel at ease. Okay, Alhamdulillah, when she's saying it, there has to be something in it. She's just not saying, I'll be positive. Let's see until the result.
But what is the, like, she is not the one, she's not seen your paper, she doesn't know anything. Wo- like, maybe your assurance from zero to between zero to the scale of 10, maybe it, because she doesn't know what you have written. She is not the one who's correcting the paper. So where will your assurance be between 0 to 10 when she says, don't worry, nothing is going to happen? Will it come until 10? You'll be very confident that you'll clear it.
No. Somewhere around 4,
Yeah.
maybe
You
even
might
less than or 4.
Yeah, you might feel a little bit assured, but you know that it is not going to be like that 10, complete 10 on 10, because you know she's just doing it to be a good friend, and you will not be assured. Okay? In the same way, imagine that you're working in a place. You're working in a place, and what happens is, you hear that there are going to be work cuts. They are going to, send people off, and um, there will be, reduction in the work, in the people who work. So in that phase, again, one of your friends is coming to you and you're worried that who don't know who's gonna go. In that phase, your friend will come again, and she'll tell you that, oh, no, no, you have done this much, you have done so and so for the company, and you have done so and so for the company. I think you will be there, you'll be among those who will be, kept in the company. How assured will you feel even there, on the scale of 0 to 10?
Not beyond 4 or 5.
Yes, exactly. Even though you will feel like, you feel like you have some support, but you will not be sure that, not completely assured. Your heart will not be at peace. You're still, you're still somewhere in, like, I don't know what will happen. You have those uneasiness. You'll have that, what to say, worry. You'll have that anxiety. And you know, if that is very much important, that exam is very much important for you, if that work is very much important to you, then you will, of course, have that panic attacks as well. Now imagine that exam that you wrote, that the evaluator, the teacher of that particular subject, she comes to you and she says you that, you know what, you have cleared, you have done well, so you might even get good marks, you've passed it. How assured will you feel on this, on the scale of 0 to 10?
This is the person who knows everything intact. So I would be really assured that when she's saying it, it means what she's saying.
Okay. And what if your boss says you, if you're at work and your boss says you, don't worry, your job is safe? How assured will you be about your job then?
Again, the same thing. He's the one who's finalizing the list of the employees. When he's saying it, it has to be what he's saying.
Exactly. You will feel so safe. You'll feel like, oh no, if he's saying I'll be assured. You're assured that your job is safe. Are you getting me? You'll feel better. It may feel, you'll feel more confident, but when it's your colleague or it's your friend, you will not feel like that. But when the reassurance comes from the teacher, the grade, sorry, the teacher who's grading the paper or the CEO of the company, that is when you can be sure that you will be okay. They are the only ones who are in control. Here, the teacher is in control, and like teacher takes control over your exam, like exam papers. The boss takes control of your job. So, I want you to reflect on this. Allah has revealed those of His names, like that are relevant for us to know and live by. First of all, just like how you knew, this is just the examination paper and just one job. But but how about when it comes to your life? Who can give you that assurance?
Here, there's nobody specifically controlling everything except Allah.
Exactly.
So any human assuring me that it's gonna be all right will never be a complete assurance.
Exactly. That's Allah, right? Knowing our potential fears of situation, where do we need, where we do not know who is in control. Allah tells that we sometimes we don't know where who controls all this. We don't know. We are applying for a job. We don't know who will get our paper, like our resume. We are writing an exam. We don't know which evaluator will get our this thing. We are standing at different phases of life. We don't know what's going to come next. Maybe our health is in a bad place right now, but we don't know who is in control of it. There are sometimes we don't know where we have to go, or who is the one who's controlling all of that. That is the place, and every other place. That's where Allah tells us that He is Al-Muhaymin. He is the one who controls everything completely, every single thing, every single thing. Are you getting me? It which has, with this word al-muhaimin, that is complete control, it has three meanings intertwined with each other. Firstly, it's he has complete control, he has complete command, and he is the one who protects. He's not just promising us that complete control, he is promising he is the one who is in command. Without his will, nothing is going to happen. And without his protection, not with his protection, nothing is going to touch you. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Alhamdulillah. Do you understand? Okay, great. Let's move ahead now. So when I say Muhaymin, there's one word over here that is Hayman. That is Haymana. Okay. So now, if a soldier, example, if there's a soldier and if he's a soldier of, say, this city, okay, of a city that he protects and guards one city, it means that he has taken Haymana over city. That means he has decided to um, give his protection, like keep the things in around in the city, like in control and protect the citizens of the city. Okay, so if a soldier is said to have like taken Haimana over the city, it means that he has taken over it and he taken control over it and he watches over it. Whereas Allah describes in the Quran as Muhaymin. Allah has described himself as Muhaymin, meaning that he is going to guard everything and not just that city, but everything when it comes to protection, command, control, everything. So firstly, let's start by understanding Haimana today. Okay, so what is Haimana exactly? While human beings, of course, Haimana is something that is given to human beings. I mean, if we are given a responsibility, we are when we given a responsibility, we might be able to take care of a few things. Okay, such as maybe if a soldier has been given a Haimana over a city, that means he will take care of that city. And by its nature, it's limited. How much will he take care? As much as he can. But he needs to rest. He doesn't know what's going to come. But he's going to give his best. He's going to stand guard from the given time on duty, and he's going to make sure nothing harms the citizens or nothing harms the city. Okay, but how much is his control? It's his control is of course limited. To have complete Hamana, there are three things that are required for to have that complete Hamana. To say that everything is under control and someone is taking care of it very nicely, three things are required. First of all, they need knowledge. Okay, so when I say knowledge, complete control and protection cannot occur without complete knowledge. How safe will you feel with with a very experienced doctor, a very good surgeon when you are lying on that, on the stretcher in an operation theater? Can you hear me, Atya?
Surely I can hear you.
Yes. So I was asking, how safe will you feel? How safe will you feel when you're lying in an OT, like operation theater, and the doctor is amazing and you're in good hands? How safe will you feel about the surgery that is going to happen on you?
Sorry, I was busy taking notes, so I didn't pay attention to your tone.
That's okay.
Anyways, when I know I'm in the hands of the best surgeon, then I would rely on his capabilities and feel assured that he's a capable man. He's experienced with it basically on
Mhm,
a good level. So I can be assured that whatever he's going to do with me
mhm.
is going to come out, is going to give good results.
Yes, yes, you will have that confidence. Now imagine if you are pregnant and you're about to deliver. Okay, so you have been going to one gynecologist from the past 9 months, and that gynecologist knows everything about you, your history, um, like your how your pregnancy was, what medicines were you on, and how is your diet. Everything she knows, everything front and back, up and down, everything she knows. Now, perfectly at the time of delivery, it seems she's not available, and some some new doctor, like he or she is an intern. She's an intern, and she's given responsibility for your delivery. How will you feel in that moment?
The worst part is the person is new to the practice. It's an intern.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's say
Hmm.
he or she is a little experienced as well, a little bit experienced.
Okay. And on top of that,
Mhm.
that doctor knows the least about me.
Hmm.
So how will they know what will be my response or my body's response to the treatment given to me at that time?
Yes.
That would be my biggest fear.
Yeah. You're
I
saying
would
that.
not be peaceful.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I would not be peaceful because this is a new person who doesn't know me. And constantly my mind would be going to that person. Allah, I wish that person would have been here. That person knows everything about me. It would have been easy for me. I would have feel assured. All these kind of thoughts.
Yeah, because you're not sure that that person knows everything.
Mhm.
That person, like, that person knows, has enough knowledge about you and your condition, and the treatments you were going through. Okay, so when complete control and protection, you will not feel that complete control, and everything is going to, you have that assurance and that protect, you don't feel that protected when someone has incomplete knowledge about that situation.
Mhm.
Are you getting me? You'll never get that protection when, like the doctor who came, the intern, or maybe a specialist as well, but you are expecting your gynecologist. You're like, Allah Akbar, what now? I'm in a situation I can't even run away.
Mhm.
Are you getting me? Like, Allah,
Mhm.
wow, what now? You're in that panic attack. Even though you know that sorry, that doctor who came as an intern knows everything. They know everything. They have studied. They have worked hard, and maybe they have experience. They have that. They have um, what to say, expertise. But you're not you're not safe with them because they don't have that complete knowledge about you. Are you getting me? So Hayamana occurs when you have complete knowledge. We would not trust someone who does not have full knowledge of a situation, even if they appear to be in control. Even if they're like, I can do it. You'll not trust them so much because you know that they don't know what exactly goes inside. Are you getting me? So now I want you to understand that the doctor's control over the situation would be deficient in that matter because they don't have that knowledge. So maybe they might take some decisions that might be bad for you. That is exactly why you're scared. Here is where Allah comes in. Allah is al alam. He is the one who knows everything, and he is alim al ghaib wa al shahada, the knower of the unseen and the unwitnessed, using full knowledge of everything on earth as well as what is in your heart. He knows what's going on inside, what's going to come, what's behind you. He has knowledge about every one of us and every one of us who's going to come in this world, and who have lived and they have, are not here anymore. Everybody's knowledge, Allah, only Allah knows. Only we will feel protected only with Him because only He is the one who has knowledge about all the situations. And then secondly, if someone has to have like the complete harmona, first of all, knowledge, it's not possible. Our means are limited. And then the secondly is that it's ability. For someone to exercise full control over something, he or she has to have the ability. They should have the ability. Again, while human beings may be able to exercise some control over the situation, but if the ability is lacking, so is the control and protection. Are you getting me? Whereas Allah is Al Khadir. He is the most able. He is the most able. Now that person, the new intern, he gets into the OT, even though he has ability, but if the situation goes a little tougher, maybe they will not have, they will not see things the way your gynae would see, like your gynecologist who you were comfortable with, who looked after you from the past 9 months. Are you getting me? But Allah is the one who is able. They might not be able to handle the situation in a proper way when it's necessary to take control. Okay, so this ability, and as humans, maybe the gynecologist will also not be able to handle some situations that is out of their hand. But this ability is also limited when it comes to humans. We will not be able to do everything all at once. Whereas Allah is Al Qadir. He is the one who is most able. He has all the power and he is capable of doing everything. And the third thing is that continuity. Finally, at times, people may have amazing impact on people, like on others. Like a CEO might prove to be an amazing CEO. A leader or a king might prove to be an amazing king over a short period of time. Maybe a president would be amazing for a short period of time for a country or something like that. Okay, all of their controls will be limited, but for how long will they be able to control that? Maybe ultimately they will have some health issues, maybe their term is going to end, maybe at the end we all have limited time in dunya. We're going to finish it and then we're going to go. Okay, but Allah is al-Baqi. He is the one who is everlasting, and his control and protection transcends over time. There is no full stop. There's always continuity for Allah from Allah's protection. So Allah is what? Allah is the one who knows everything. Allah is capable of everything, and Allah is Al-Baqi, who's who continues, who is everlasting. So when we looked at the Haymana, there is only one person. Like there is only one. There is, I mean, all these things no human can give. The knowledge, full capability, and full continuity. We can expect this only from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when we look deeper into what goes into Haymana, it is only Allah who can give us that complete Haymana. And Allah is the ultimate Muhaymin. Because his control and protection are complete and all encompassing. People may have limited forms of control, like the CEO. Now, if a CEO gives power to, gives power to a manager, like you are supposed to take care of this of the company. Are you getting me? Now, until when will the manager take care of that, have that responsibilities, have that control?
Probably completely fit and fine,
Uh-huh.
he would do it. I mean, he also needs resources. As long as he's equipped with them, he can do it. But
Mhm.
once he's out of those resources,
Mhm.
he can't.
Okay, that is one factor. And another factor, now imagine he's doing really well. He has all the resources and he's doing very well, very well. Now that suddenly the CEO comes and he's like, you know what? I I have appointed another manager.
So he loses the authority there.
Yes, he loses the authority. Who is giving him authority? The CEO. And if the CEO wills to take it away from him, it's very easy for him, for the CEO to take it away from him, and for him to not have anything that he always had, that power, that responsibilities, that fame and all that. As long as the CEO wills, he will have it. And he can remove and the CEO can remove that power from him anytime they want. When a human being has haymana, it is for his or her benefit. But with Allah, his all-encompassing control and protection ultimately benefits us. Because his thing, no one is like above him, right? He's the one above everyone, every little thing in this universe. So his control, his power, and his security and his protection can't be taken away. Were you able to understand Al-Muhaymin on a deeper level, Atya?
Alhamdulillah. I mean, trust me, I only thought of control. I never thought of the subsequent things which are involved in it. For example, when you spoke about the command, the protection, ability, then knowledge, continuity, all these, I think it's giving more of a depth even to my understanding when I'm going through this.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Having said that, we will just stop our Al-Muhaymin now, and we'll have Sister Safira, and she's going to give us a spiritual boost for this Ramadan, inshallah. Sister Safira.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. I'm going to mute myself because vacuum is going on.
Okay. That was a very beautiful session. Alhamdulillah, Al-Muhaymin. Alhamdulillah, it was very beautiful. I'm Sister Safira. I'm from South Africa, and I'm going to actually just jump into it. So, attaching to Al-Muhaymin, Al-Ghazali counsels that every servant who watches over his heart until he supervises its depths and its secrets, and also takes possession of reforming his inner states and attributes, and undertakes to protect it continuously according to the requirements of reform. So, what is in our heart? If someone wants to know what position he enjoys in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he only has to look at what he gives to Allah in his heart and life. And with that, I'd like to know, if your heart was a suitcase and you had to unpack it today, who is in your heart? So this morning, as you're sitting wherever you are, who is in your heart? Is it Allah? Or is it the children that went to school, your husband that didn't eat breakfast, your mother-in-law that probably sent you a text that you didn't like, a sister-in-law that didn't gift you for Ramadan?
For me, it
Who
is
is in your heart?
Ramadan meals, I'm thinking right now, what should I make a little more so it will help my Ramadan.
Yeah, so Ramadan looks like that for everybody. So if we unpack Ramadan and what it looks like the ardent gifter. So we'll call it aunties, the auntie that gives all the ardent gifts and the good gifts. And the auntie that has every abaya labeled from the 1st of Ramadan to the 30th of Ramadan. She's perfectly, immaculately dressed. The one that has every ayah for every minute that she's going to read. The one that every meal until the gulp of it. Can you hear me? Azima,
A
can you
little
hear me?
choppy, Sister Safina, but we can still.
Atia, can you hear me?
Not so clearly,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, I'm just going to check it again.
Now it's fine, Sister Safira. You're getting
Is it fine now? Okay, Alhamdulillah. So I don't know. Every time I start talking, the internet goes a bit crazy. And there's 3 different internets, so it wavers from one to the other. But Alhamdulillah, so that's how Ramadan looks for everybody. And coming back to our heart, remember, we need a qalbun salim for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need that heart. And we were talking about Al-Muhaymin. So you are, in essence, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Muhaymin. He is the protector. That haymana comes from only Allah. But you have to guard your own heart. So you are the guard of your heart. And in this Ramadan, if you're not going to make tazkiyah, clean your heart, then what is your heart going to look like? And our heart is filled with a lot of things. There's a lot filled in our heart. Our heart is only supposed to be filled with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Allah is not we fill our hearts with everything but Allah. We make our husbands our Allah. And when I say this, you might feel, how can I say something like this? Allah is most important. But at the time of salah, when you're giving your husband food, you'll say, okay, I'm delaying my salah. Are you really putting Allah first? Are you really using the resources that Allah has granted you in this dunya, in this world, and using those resources? So the resources can be in the form of a good husband, in the form of children, in the form of risk, in the form of everything, good family members, to go towards Allah. Are you putting Allah first? And our hearts are not filled with Allah. When you're not filling your heart with Allah, whatever is in your heart, whether it's dunya, whether it's materialism, whether it's your family, whether it's your children, generally with housewives, it's our children and our husbands, we tend to be tested on that. The day you tested, Allah save us all, with your children or your husband or your risk, go back to see what filled your heart. Allah will make it such that you will be tested with that so that you can come back to Allah. It's a circle. Allah wants you, Allah loves you, Allah is most merciful. Allah is Muhaymin, He's protecting you. So in these tests lies the mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to come to Him with a pure qalbun salim, pure heart. قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. He has succeeded who purifies it. It's that heart that you need to take into consideration when we're entering into this month of Ramadan, that what kind of a heart are you going into Ramadan with? Think of the time when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went to Ta'if, and Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was even physically, his Mubarak sandal had blood in it. And you know that when you make wudu and you put on a wudu sandal, you can hear that swish, swish of the water. That was the sound of the blood. And Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was then asked by Allah. He told Allah in his dua that, oh Allah, I'm not worried about the humiliation as long as you are pleased with me. On a daily basis as women, we are in very minute forms, big forms, small forms, medium forms, we're humiliated by family members, by people, by those around us. And we take this and we store it in our heart. Is that heart a qalbun salim? Is that heart you want to go into Ramadan with? Are you protecting that heart? Have you got that haymana on that heart? Have you sorted your heart out? So the freezer's filled, the eat clothes are done, the decor is done, IKEA is completely sold out with all the decor, and everything is perfect in your house. The bukhor is ready to be alight. Everything is perfect. You clean the freezer, you clean the cupboards, you've got everything sorted out for the whole month. You know exactly what food you want. What about your heart? What does Allah require from you? There's two things go into this Ramadan with. Allah wants you to be a mu'min, a true believer. What is a mujahid? A mujahid is not just a soldier. So we spoke about haymana and we spoke about how a soldier protects. You need to protect your heart from everything else that is going to go in it this Ramadan. Protect it, purify it, so that it can stay like that after the month of Ramadan and way into the beautiful 10 days of Zul Hajj, inshallah. So we don't only want the spiritual boost for Ramadan, we want to be able to live this in our daily lives. Remember, if you can correct your day, you will correct your week. If you can correct your week, you will correct your month. If you can correct your month, inshallah, Allah bless us all to correct our lives. Jazakallah, Sister Azima. I won't take much more of the time. I hope everybody could hear me and I was quite audible.
Yes, you are audible, Sister Safira.
Alhamdulillah, Sister Samira, thank
Alhamdulillah.
you. So, like Sister Samira said, we don't have to aim for something big. If you want to sort up your life, all you have to do is start by your mornings, inshallah. Start by like 1 hour in a day, and then once that is fixed, move to another hour. Then move to your evening routines, move to your morning routines, your afternoon routines. Slowly, step by step. Once you fix your day, your weeks are fixed. Once you fix your week, your months are fixed. And once you fix your months, your years. And once your years are fixed, your akhirah is fixed, inshallah. So that's what we do, right? Like yesterday, Sister Safira was telling me, when you wake up on the day of, akhirah, with whatever you've been doing in dunya. Like if you've been busy with all other tasks, that's what you will be like. You wake up like. So if you have prioritized your salah first, then that is in the state that you will be woken up on the day of akhirah. So by just understanding this much, mashallah, that was amazing, Sister Safira. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair.
Jazakallah. Ameen.
And also, Ramadan is not here like today. We're expecting Ramadan to be here today, but it is not. But inshallah, by evening today, we're going to start Ramadan. So, Ahlan Ramadan and Ramadan Kareem to all of you. And inshallah,
Ameen.
we will have we'll continue these sessions over every week on Wednesday, and inshallah we will try to get Sister Safira as much as we can. and
Inshallah.
also we are planning. We have a plan for to extend the same mindset that we enter into Ramadan with, to carry that same mindset into the whole year. We are planning to do like a small group coaching session with inshallah just before the 10 days of Dhul Hajj. So we're going to give you more details on that, inshallah, in the future sessions. So thank you for attending. I hope it was beneficial for you. Jazakallah khair. Subhanakallah wa bihamdika. Tabarak asmuka. Wa ta'ala jadduka. Wa la ilaha ghayruka. Assalamu alaikum.
Rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.